If Nigeria did not surprise you, Nigeria is surprising the world, and Nigeria is sending shockwave to the world every day. After the Burkina Faso military government arrested 11 Nigerian military personnel, Air Force to say Air Force officials, and seized their military transport jet, the Nigerian government, after 2 days, announced that these people have been released. And it was even announced on Channels television that these people have been released, right? But we knew that they have not been released. When Rufai Oseni posted it on Twitter, that on X, sorry, that they have not been released, a lot of people came against him. That is a fake news. That is a fake news. Now, the Air Force has come out to clarify that, listen, these people are still in Burkina Faso. They are still in detention. There are so many things I want to make you understand in this video, because the allegation here is that these people have a different mission entirely, but the Nigerian Air Force has come out plainly yesterday that they are not there for a spy mission, that they were going to Portugal. Now, there is another news that we are hearing, and that news, I will not say it has been totally been confirmed. I will say it the way I got it. Yes, I have been able to speak with one or two people in Burkina Faso who are privy to information. I'm talking about journalists, not military personnel or the government officials. They told me that the information, ever since the military spokesperson of Burkina Faso came to announce, he announced that they have seized Nigeria plane and some persons have been arrested, detained with them. Ever since then, they have been doing investigation about what they found inside the plane. Burkina Faso officially has not made it open what they found inside the plane. But people privy to information sources are saying that the plane was carrying drugs. I am not confirming this. I'm not saying that the plane is carrying drugs. I am telling you what two journalists told me, and these people are not military officials. So, Burkina Faso is being ruled by the military regime led by Ibrahim Traore. So unless they speak, you cannot say that it is true. But for these journalists, I trust them. They knows a lot of things going on in the Wakaduwe and all those cities. They understand what kind of informations that the military have. They came and they are telling me that there is something so suspicious found in this military jet. If not, these people would have been released if actually it's an emergency landing. In fact, even though they don't have permission, they're supposed to have released them. But what they found inside the plane is what is keeping them there. So a lot of things will be unfolding many days hence. But let us try to comprehend this. Spying or not spying, the Nigerian Air Force are saying that, listen, the truth is that we are not on a spy mission. Well, that could be true. But as I said before, I am very careful about this information because I want to hear from the military office. I want to hear, and military office will soon speak. I think they said within some hours or days, 48 hours or so, the military regime of Burkina Faso will speak about their information, the investigation, and what they found in the plane. Now, there is a silence on Nigerian soil. Can you imagine that ever since these people have been detained in Burkina Faso, that, look at the Senate is not talking about it? The Senate, who were quick to approve that Tinubu should deploy military to Benin Republic after Tinubu violated the law by sending aircraft, fighter jet to Benin Republic, without informing the Senate. Then the following day, he came to the Senate through a written permission, asking them to give him permission to deploy military to Benin Republic. The Senate did. But this is Nigerian military personnel. Let me tell you, Nigerian sovereignty has been trapped in Burkina Faso. If you don't understand what a military personnel is, they arrested your military personnel, 11 of them, and they claimed they were going to mission in Portugal, and the Nigerian state doesn't see it as a big deal. Something is fishy. There is someone who is not telling us the truth. The Burkina Faso journalist told me that if it was for emergency landing alone and nothing more, that the military regime of Traore will never hold them more than 3 days. What do they see inside the plane? Let us wait for that information. But it's important for balancing of this report for you to understand what the Nigerian Air Force said yesterday. And I'm going to read and analyze this article from Sowore Reporters for you, so stay with me. And it will be brief. It reads that the Nigerian Air Force, NAF, has dismissed claims alleging that one of its C-130 military transport aircraft was forced to land in Burkina Faso on suspicion of espionage. insisting that the aircraft was on a routine maintenance ferry flight and was never involved in any covert operation. In the statement issued on Monday, that was yesterday, Air Commodore Ehimen Ajodele, Director of Public Relations and Information, described the report as misleading, accusing purveyors of deliberately spreading disinformation to inflame public sentiment and strain regional relations. According to Ejodame, the aircraft was on a duly authorized ferry flight to Portugal for scheduled periodic depot maintenance and a mandatory life cycle requirement for military transport aircraft, and had no operational or intelligence mission of any kind. This is the voice of the Nigerian Air Force. That listen, we are going just for a periodic maintenance of our aircraft, that it was not for any kind of mission, okay? Now, he explained that the flight was covered by all necessary documentation, including the provisions for diversion in line with international aviation procedure, adding that the precautionary landing at Bobo Dioulasso in Burkina Faso was carried out strictly on safety ground and in full compliance with the standard aviation protocols. Now, the issue here is this. What is Burkina Faso saying about this? Because it is easy for you to come out to say what you are saying in defense of yourself. Don't forget that your military aircraft is in Burkina Faso. Your military aircraft has been searched. The question here should be, have you people reached out to Burkina Faso? What do they tell you people? If Burkina Faso told you that they found drugs in your plane and you come out to tell Nigerians about this, that is a deception. We need to know officially, because there is a rumor up and down from Burkinabe journalists telling us that there is something found on your plane. You have to come out play. All right? Nigeria Air Force or presidency must come out play. Your people have been detained. The days are counting. They have families. Now, Burkina Faso military, officers that detained them, they said they are professionals, that these people are actually speaking with their families. They provided them the internet to speak with their families and everything. So that is a part. But for Burkina Faso to do that, I do not see them doing that if there is nothing suspicious, like arresting Nigerian military personnel. You detain them for days because they landed in your country emergency. No, Burkina Faso will not do this. At this point in time, we need people to come out plain to explain to us what is actually going on. Did you people use the Nigerian C-130 to carry drugs? Because, see, any kind of rumor that always comes like this, at the end, we always find out that it will turn to the truth of the matter. So if actually this place was used to carry drugs, it's going to be so disastrous, right? And secondly, as they claim, if actually Burkina Faso contacted Portugal, that Portugal denied the plane coming to Portugal, it's still going to be another issue. Because if Portugal denied that this plane was not coming to our country, then Burkina Faso will not release you. And that was happening at that point in time, that the French army, in collaboration with Nigerian army, were bombarding the coup plotters in Benin Republic. That period of time, you landed in Burkina Faso, another military reaching government. Someone should help me to, explain this better or make me understand this better. No, it doesn't go well. It doesn't go well. So if Nigeria cannot go and rescue these people, send delegations to meet Burkina Faso leader, please release these people, they were on a mission, this. If you cannot go, meaning there is something that you are not telling us. We did not expect your Air Force officials to come out to tell us that that plane it was not going for spy low, it was emergency landing. I was waiting for you to tell us that we have contacted Burkina Faso army. This is the reason why they have not released them. Yeah, we want to know the reason why Burkina Faso have not released these people. Because the side of the story of Burkina Faso is that is what is trending as I speak to you now in Burkina Faso. That Nigerian C-130 was used to carry drugs, that they found drugs inside. So, listen, it's complicated. It's complicated. I've listened to what the Air Force said. No problem. But Burkina Faso have a different story entirely. So, you're watching me. What do you think that transpired? this is complicated. When I mean it is complicated, it is complicated. And within 48 hours to 1 week, we are going to know the truth. And look at the shame coming. But I don't know where the shame is going to.